We open with Rick and Michonne in a passionate moment. A reminder of the love that fuels their fight. They're about to face the CRM head-on, and the tension is thick enough to cut with Michonne's katana. Rick the charmer. Back at the CRM, Rick pulls a fast one. He spins a sob story about Michonne dying in a helicopter crash to explain her absence. It's a risky move. But hey, love makes you do crazy things. And this is the apocalypse, so maybe crazy is the new normal. Jardis' sanctuary. Meanwhile, Michonne infiltrates Jardis' office. It's a moving scene. A glimpse into Jardis' artistic side, a stark contrast to the tough exterior she presented. Paintings of Father Gabriel hint at an unresolved connection, adding a layer of emotional depth. But sentimentality takes a backseat when Michonne finds the CRM's incriminating files on Rick and her. Shredding them feels good, but the knock on the door sends shivers down our spine. Haunted by the past. Back with Rick, General Beale throws some heavy questions at him. Rick relives past choices, the brutal realities of survival flashing before his eyes. We see glimpses of Michonne's badassery too, stabbing the governor's eye out, and Rick's cold-blooded execution of Pete. Beale seems to understand Rick's darkness, finding a reflection of himself in the hardened survivor. The shocking truth. Beale unveils the CRM's twisted plan, wiping out entire cities under the guise of saving humanity. It's a brutal truth bomb, and Michonne, disguised as a soldier, witnesses the horror firsthand during a mandatory briefing. Rage and rebellion. Rick snaps. He confronts Beale, rejecting his twisted logic. The rage boils over, and in a scene reminiscent of the show's early intensity, Rick eliminates Beale. It's a desperate act, fueled by love and a refusal to let go of his humanity. A risky gamble. Michonne sets a trap, diverting the deadly chlorine gas meant for Portland towards the CRM. This is where things get a little unbelievable. How exactly do Rick and Michonne survive the explosion? Maybe it's a testament to their resilience. Or maybe it's a touch of artistic license. Victory lap. Dust settles, and Rick and Michonne emerge triumphant. Michonne delivers a badass line with a katana in hand, because of course she does, and Rick somehow emerges relatively unscathed from a Walker horde. Don't overthink it. A world transformed. Portland throws a victory party for their unlikely saviors. The CRM crumbles, freedom rings, and it's all a bit too good to be true. But hey, after all they've been through, Rick and Michonne deserve a happy ending, right? Reunited and, almost, it feels so good. The tearful reunion with their children tugs at the heartstrings. Rick finally meets his son, a moment filled with pure joy. Helicopters fly overhead, but this time with a hopeful vibe. Fan service or closure. This finale is a sugar rush of happy endings. Does it feel a bit unrealistic? Absolutely. But for Rick and Michonne's journeys, this feels like a satisfying and well-earned closure. Maybe the show's biggest twist was giving them the happy ending they deserved, leaving the constant threat of walkers behind. It might not be the most complex or gritty ending, but sometimes a little fan service can be a good thing. Family first. With Rick and Michonne finally back with their kids, the future's looking bright. Their top priority was reuniting with Judith and RJ, and the finale hinted at what comes next. We only saw Judith and RJ, but Rick and Michonne most likely sought out their old friends too. Homecoming tour. Alexandria might be the first stop. The reunion scene seemed outside the community, but with most of their friends in the Commonwealth, that's probably their next destination. We already know Carol contacted Rick on the radio in Daryl Dixon, so a Commonwealth reunion is almost guaranteed. A new era for the communities. The helicopters in the finale suggest the Civic Republic is expanding, maybe even creating a US safe zone. Since Rick and Michonne helped dismantle the CRM, they might be involved in this new chapter. This could lead to an alliance between the Commonwealth, Hilltop, Alexandria, and the Civic Republic, with Rick and Michonne acting as bridges. Rebuilding or staying put. They'll likely stay in the Commonwealth near their kids, but rebuilding Alexandria holds sentimental value. It's where their love story began, and their children grew up. An alliance with the Civic Republic means easier travel and access to resources for all the communities. Happily ever after, maybe with a wedding. The focus is on rebuilding their family life. With their engagement in Episode 5, a rebuilt Alexandria could be the perfect wedding venue. Taking down the CRM. Jardis revealed the location of her files, leading Michonne to destroy them while Rick learned about the CRM's true intentions. Both plans went awry, but in a good way. They learned the truth, devised a new strategy, and stopped the CRM for good. A gaseous goodbye. Michonne shredded the file while Rick killed General Beale. They learned about the Portland attack and decided to use the CRM's own gas against them, causing a massive explosion. Close calls and farewell. Their plan was set before Thorne intervened. They stalled for time before the explosion, leaving Thorne surrounded by walkers. Michonne finished her off after surviving the explosion. They escaped, exposed the CRM's lies, and finally returned home. Dievu, CRM tactics. The CRM's plan mirrors their attack on Omaha in World Beyond. Both times, they used chlorine gas to wipe out entire communities. They even planned to evacuate select children from Portland. Their ultimate goal: claim resources from other communities. Beale's dystopian dream. The CRM predicted humanity's demise within 14 years, motivating their survival of the fittest mentality. Beale offered Rick a place in the CRM if he agreed with their methods. Rick disagreed, naturally. From ally to adversary. Pearl Thorne turned from Rick's friend to foe. Initially, Rick used their friendship to help Michonne gain a foothold in the CRM. Thorne even tried to kill Michonne after she nearly exposed the CRM's plan. Like Rick, Thorne initially wanted to escape, but eventually embraced Beale's vision, opposing Okafor's wishes. Okafor's legacy. He believed in changing the CRM from within, and recruited Rick and Thorne. After his death, Thorne received the echelon briefing, and fully embraced the CRM's plan for domination. She died trying to stop Rick and Michonne, maybe realizing Okafor was right all along. CRM remnants. Beale claimed to have given the echelon briefing over 2,500 times. While many soldiers died in the finale, the Civic Republic's takeover might mean some CRM survivors. They might struggle under the new regime, but some CRM soldiers are likely embedded in other communities. The future. A second season seems unlikely. Rick and Michonne's story found closure, and there are no loose ends. A crossover with the main show might be more realistic. For now, they get their happy ending.